bit of the librarians yesterday night.
Ah,
Yeah, I watched oh, my oxygen's low. I watched probably, I don't know, 3 episodes of it, maybe.
okay.
It's to the point where the librarian walked away from the group to do his own thing, and the B team is off doing their thing now.
Ah,
And I'm hoping that it gets better because it's feeling very. I mean, it's obviously low budget, but I'm like right on the border of saying, yeah, no, not for me, and walking away. I'm gonna give it a few more episodes to crank up because I loved Warehouse 13 and it kind of has that feel.
yeah.
I adored Warehouse 13. I wish it hadn't been cut short right there on that damn cliffhanger. I legitimately just cursed the writers, or rather the not the writers, but the network.
Network.
Yeah, for ending it there. I'm like, I was so pissed.
Mm.
I mean, like Firefly fans pissed. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping it does ramp up with quality of writing, and I mean the effects don't bother me, and the acting isn't great, but it's not horrible, so that doesn't really bother me. The characters individually are okay, a bit stereotypical, one of them, but and hits a little close to home. But overall, they're fine. I enjoy the characters, so I do kind of hope it gets better. Have you seen any of it?
I've seen bits, not enough to develop an opinion because I haven't caught it at a correct time.
Right. What else is out and playing now of that nature? I think there's one
What do you
called The
miss?
Magicians that I wanted to have a look
Yes,
at.
I've seen bits on that, but I haven't actually seen the show.
Right.
Seen a lot of ads for it.
There's definitely good TV coming, which is makes me happy. For a while there, reality TV was really killing TV for me. I hate
Yeah,
reality TV. Well, not all of it. It did bring us Mythbusters.
yeah. The game show style reality
Yeah,
TV is what you dislike.
yeah, I was not caring for it at all. Like well, not all of that either, because I actually really enjoyed Face Off a lot. Jim Henson's Monster, was it called Monster or
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
anyway, Monster Shop or something like that. It was cool, but I don't think it made it past one season, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm not sure either on that one. Come on. Let me
And
close the damn block.
I kind of hate to say it, but I think I'm getting tired of the superhero thing as far as TV goes.
Oh,
A little bit. They're great, and we've talked about it before about Flash and Green Arrow and even Supergirl to some extent have been they all have been pretty damn good, and that's fine. But I'm kind of ready to get something new on tap. You know, let's uh let's find something new. Which is the reason I'm trying out Librarians, because it's interesting. And again, it definitely has that Warehouse 13 feel to it.
yeah.
So I'll definitely check it out for that reason. A little more. What's currently holding your attention?
Um, not much actually.
Yeah, series. Not a lot.
I'm not really following many shows at the moment.
Okay, let's
I'm
look at
more
it.
actually invested in. Um, I'm. I guess I would. I'm hoping the Star Trek Discovery does well.
That's going to be a regular TV show and not a web series, right? Or is it going to be a web series?
What do you define something that? Well, CBS is trying to launch their equivalent to Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be its flagship.
Ah, well, it better be good if they want to take away from Netflix.
Uh huh.
Because Netflix right now is they're knocking it out of the park with their original series.
Yep.
Hulu, not so much.
Well, Hulu kind of screwed the pooch for me when they went
Yeah.
pay model.
Are they strictly pay model now?
Yep.
Wow, so no more free at all.
Yep.
Wow. That's kind of a dick move there, Hulu.
Hmm.
Makes me glad I bought into the paid before they went strictly paid. They had offered up pay now and you get no ads at all. Like for a while it was free with ads and then pay to get it on mobile devices and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then they offered, hey, give us $1 more a month and you get no ads. Okay. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'm glad I got into that before, hey, pay us or get the hell out.
Right.
So it doesn't sting as bad.
Hmm.
But their originals aren't that great. Not to me anyway. I mean, some people obviously probably love it. Um, but one of the few reasons that I personally was subscribed to Hulu was for Doctor Who, and they don't do that now. They can't show Doctor Who anymore. I haven't seen Doctor Who since the end of. Actually, I haven't seen any Capaldi stuff yet.
Capaldi is out of all the new Doctors.
Mm-hmm.
He feels the closest to an old Doctor to me.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I haven't been able to, without pirating it or something, which I'm not going to do. I'm not opposed to it. I will do it if there's something I really want to see. But I generally don't, unless it's something really old and I can't get a hold of.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen anything after the Christmas special of Matt Smith's Doctor.
Matt Smith was a unique one for me. I didn't like him when he was introduced.
Yeah, he was weird.
He felt like he was trying too hard.
Uh huh. But then that in itself was what gave him his charm later on. He ended
Well,
up being really good.
once you figure out the way they did their math, so that he was the and spoilers, that he was the last regeneration,
Yeah.
native regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
It justified it to me. It made sense for him to behave that way.
Right. And as much as I enjoyed Tennant as the Doctor, I felt his ending was a bit crybaby-ish. When he kind of pitched a fit and didn't want to go. I mean, I can understand. I mean, who the hell wants to die? But it was very crybaby-ish, and it kind of annoyed me.
I can see that.
And by the way, for all those listening, Donna Noble, best companion ever.
Oh God.
I love Donna.
I can. I did like Rose to some extent, but
Hmm.
there were things that Rose did that annoyed me.
Yeah.
But I have to say, well, I Claire, Clara,
Yeah.
however you want to phrase her,
She was great. She really
she is
was.
my fit. I like out of all the new ones, she's the one I like the most.
Yeah, she was really good. Honestly, I didn't dislike any of the companions that I can remember anyway. Um.
I didn't.
Oh.
I wasn't too fond of the Pawns storyline,
Yeah,
but
she was kind of bitchy. Little bitchy. But she was fun nonetheless. Um. I think I liked Rory in that whole outfit more than her
yeah,
as a character and as a storyline and as the he who waited. Um. But yeah.
yeah. The concept of a lot of them I loved, but I didn't like the execution.
Yeah, it could have been better.
Did you take the welding ship?
I did not. It's still there from my perspective.
Yeah, I couldn't interact with it.
Okay. I wish they could have done
Ah,
more
there
with
it
River
is.
Song, honestly.
Yeah.
Her actress and the character is just wonderful, and I would pay anything to see um, Captain Jack and River Song as a side series and doing something great.
Hmm.
Do I have anything in my? There we go. Because Torchwood was fun until the American season.
I didn't get uh due to location and things. I didn't really get to see much of Torchwood.
Watch it up to season 3 if you get the opportunity. Season 4, Miracle Day or whatever the hell it's called, just pretend it doesn't exist. You know, it's kind of like the kind of like the Leviathan arc in Supernatural. Just forget it exists. Don't even watch it.
Okay.
Dead Like Me. Did you ever watch that?
Yes, I enjoyed that
Yeah.
a huge amount.
You know, the industrial section here is starting to look more like a hangar than a hangar. Scrap metal, scrap metal, scrap metal, scrap metal, scrap metal, scrap metal. We got scrap metal floating everywhere. There's an analytic grinder. More scrap metal. Would you stop placing things in weird places? One more block to put the small one on. It puts the small one on the hanger. It places the block in the wrong place. You know what I ain't had in a long time that I might do tomorrow for lunch/dinner?
No idea.
Good homemade pizza.
That's usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Find me some good jalapenos and tear it up. Okay, I've asked other people and they look at me like I'm weird, but generally, being of the same heritage to some degree, how about pickled okra? Know of it / like it?
I know of it. Not a big fan of the pickled aspect. Do
Mm-hmm.
love fried okra.
Fried's okay. I'm not a huge fan of okra in general. I'll eat it in soups, and I'll definitely eat it fried a little bit. But pickled okra is so good. Of course,
Uh,
I like pickles and olives and whatnot
let's
like
see.
that.
Okay. I do like pickles. My problem with pickled okra
Hmm.
is I'm not a big fan of the sliminess.
I never
So
really I never really
it
got sliminess out of them. Not the pickled ones,
It,
anyway.
I guess it really depends on when your stuff is made.
Could be. Yeah, the whole slime factor is the reason I generally don't get into okra that much to begin with.
Ah,
So I feel you on that one. But every jar I've ever gotten, it's just been cold. Well, I put it in the refrigerator, but been cold, crisp, refreshing, clean, tasty.
okay. I found an interesting bug.
What that?
If you don't let up on welding,
Mm-hmm.
even when you run out of energy,
Right.
you keep welding.
That was in it in the last one before the patch, because I think you ran into that before.
I bet you can guess what I'm working on.
No. The base?
Good guess.
Command center.
No.
No?
What was one of our goals?
Oh, the ring.
Yep, this is going to be the ring room.
The ring room. Nice. Ah, sweet, and it cuts clean. Oh, that's perfect. Ooh, very nice.
It's going to stick it back a little bit further,
Okay.
but I'm going to have a command area for the ring room above it.
The ring room.
Ring room. Ring room, ring room.
Oh, this is coming out almost too perfect. It's starting to scare me a little bit. So double click does take the whole stack, or as much as you can carry at the very least.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
Yeah. I felt really, really dumb when I asked why I did. I was in between deliveries and I just read that quickly and wasn't thinking.
What? Yeah. Well, I've had issues with Y just not working the way it's supposed to, so.
I think I have to, but I think there's... Because I think before a majority of the updates, Y would cut it off whether you had ownership or not before it did the whole ownership thing.
Yeah.
Are we going to build a separate room area for the oxygen system?
Do you think we can fit it all over there?
Over here? Maybe. Because we decided on 6 refineries, right?
I believe that's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. How about the assemblers? How many we gonna do as far as that? Because this is
Well,
fairly tall. We could actually use the ceiling as the area for the oxygen.
yeah. Okay.
I like that. Okay, you think it's safe to use the welder?
The welding ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No craziness is gonna happen.
Don't know. Can't guarantee anything. Just watch your power use.
Yeah, just into your personal inventory it seems.
Okay. Now you know.
Now I know.
G.I. Joe.
And knowing is... Oh, that welder is not... Why? Is that welder? Do you have one of the welders just kind of there as an assistant?
Yeah.
Okay,
The middle one
that's
doesn't
the problem.
work for two. Well, I kind of pulled what you did.
Uh-huh.
I'd also put in the... If you have anything, any of the small items, that's what I'd put in the middle, medium cargo. Because it's not plumbed correctly. I screwed that up.
Okay.
Of course, it'd be the one part that I screw up, but everything else is built off of it, so...
Right. Okay, there we go. And it did work. It was that whole piping issue that was not allowing me to double click. Alright, I got 16 days, 24 minutes, looks like, of Get off. There. Yeah, this has no stopping speed going up, does it?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do some playing around to fix that.
And I think at best that we leave this charging for a while, because it has like all of 12 to 8 minutes of power just pushing it around.
Make sure it is charging. That might be a good thing to do.
Roger that.
I guess one of the cartoon shows that I actually have been enjoying, I never didn't think I actually would. It's on Disney XD. Star versus the Forces of Evil.
I've heard that that has, a surprisingly good report to
Was
it.
flipping through, didn't realize what it was, just had it on for noise, and the characters had the main character had a spell that was like butterfly Panzerfaust or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked up Rainbow Panzerfaust, and she's holding her magic wand like a rocket launcher, and she fires this blast that has a rainbow trail, but it's like a rocket launcher.
No message.
Yep.
There it goes.
Back. And I thought that is actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I hadn't sat down and checked it out yet, but I'm subscribed to what's his channel name? The Mysterious Mr. Enter, and I watch a lot of his, and he's brought up that a couple times as being surprisingly, good. I think I made a mistake. I did right there. Okay.
I kind of wasted some steel plates, but it's not like we're short iron or anything.
You wasted steel plates. How dare you? Do you realize how precious those are? It's not like we're surrounded by bunches and bunches of iron and we can't just make more, It's coming out of your pay, not mine.
All right.
We had a friend of the boss had their grandchild started working with us, and it's only on the weekends, thankfully. First day on the job, after explaining to them how to properly open any kind of appliance using a box cutter, go around the edge of the bottom so you don't scratch it up, and watching us do it several times, he takes a brand new 17-foot upright freezer, takes the box cutter, and goes right down the center of the box, top to bottom.
Ouch.
Yeah. We weren't too happy about that. Now, granted, we got epoxy spray paint, epoxy appliance white spray paint, so we were able to hide it well enough, but we'll have to mark it down and sell it for a little less. But what possesses you to do that after you've been shown and told?
Not paying attention.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's the reason he's not allowed on the delivery truck, because last thing I need is for him to not pay attention and drop a dresser on my foot.
Right.
Which he already dropped it. It was a recliner. Simple delivery, just a single recliner. Backing up in the door, and I say, alright, watch out behind you, you got to step. Like, okay. And there he goes. Chair and all.
Fun.
Yeah. Thankfully, the other new guy, the one that was we were talking about parts and whatnot, he picks up pretty quick. He's doing real good. Which means he won't stick around. He's smart enough not to. We do need to get us a medical room in here soon, too.
Yeah, that was kind of going to be my next thing after the the ring room figured out. I was actually going to put it behind the command area for the ring room.
We're getting a bunch of warships out here now.
Well, they're a little pissed. We captured their space shuttles.
Yeah, well, that and probably maybe even their flagship out here. Just kind of sitting out here and abandoned. So what constitutes a flagship as above all else? You know, I mean, what makes a flagship a flagship?
A flagship is you have an admiral or a commodore, I guess, depending on your navy. Anybody that is able to command a large number of ships, like it commands a fleet.
Right.
A flagship is just whatever ship they command from.
So any size, any shape, any designation, whatever he happens to be on.
Right. Where it came from was that they had the commanders had a flag on the ship that all the other ships in the fleet looked for. That told them that this is the ship that the admiral, commander, what have you, operates from.
Right.
So look here for orders.
Okay.
And that's the ship. They'd run flags up up and down the ship to communicate.
Gotcha. Are we going to connect the ring room with the industrial over here? We're going to keep them fully separated. Outside.
Well, I was thinking we could, if nothing else, up at the top of the ring room, have a connector so that we could, if need be, shuttle resources back and forth with a small ship.
Right.
But, I mean, if you want to connect them, right here, this corner right here, wouldn't be a bad place for the bridge to occur.
Okay. So I was kind of thinking about the small command room for the industrial section be rounded off and glassed off here in the very back, looking down on it.
Well, that works. Because I'll work on wrapping up this side of the ring room area.
Right. We can always cut back into it somewhere.
Right.